and they're every eye, it's one of these. They're going to be watching every move we make.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us again. I'm talking to Pat Pine from OSHA Training Boot Camp. How are you, Pat?
Great, Mike. We're all healthy here. We're all doing well. Socially distancing from our neighbors, but we do that like once a week. So we are getting together and talking to other people so we don't forget how to communicate.
Exactly. This is how we deal with it, right? So, and yes, one of the ways we deal with it is to look forward to that grand reopening day. And I love how you encourage people to sort of make an event of it and maybe schedule some sort of event to celebrate the reopening of their offices. And there's going to be a checklist of things we're going to have to do when we reopen our offices. Let's talk about, how about the autoclave? What do we do with our autoclave protocol and sterilization procedures?
Well, if by chance, and I'm thinking many offices didn't have the opportunity to empty their autoclaves, their sterilizers, their statums, a biofilm, is around the inner sides of that. Now we can't reach our hands in there to clean anything because our hands are too big and they don't give us enough area. So we do need to drain those, all that equipment, and make sure that the biofilm has not started gathering and building up to the extent that once you start up, things will get clogged. Biofilm is hazardous, and it's hazardous to your health. So when you are going to go ahead and empty the sterilizers or whatever equipment you have, be sure you're wearing the correct PPE. Wear the mask, wear the utility gloves, wear the protective eyewear. It's mucous membranes, and we're fighting that with COVID-19, but we all have to realize we've been fighting this for a long time. I mean, they have told us strep, staph, all these things in the past, and because it didn't affect us like it is today, I feel we just kind of thought, okay, I'm not going to get it. When I was doing dental hygiene chairside, I never really thought about it. I thought, oh, I'm fine. But we have to take a different tune now. And we really have to pay attention for the patients, because if the patients don't see that things have changed and are better, they may not return. And they're every eye, it's one of these. They're going to be watching every move we make. So, and then water in the water lines, our dental unit water lines. I had this slide in my webinar that's on my website at OSHAtrainingbootcamp.com. And it says that the biofilm is actually having a party over the weekend or the days that we're not there. And we can talk about this in a minute, but the bacterial population double every 20 minutes when there's a bottle sitting on the dental unit water lines and it's stagnant. So these are the weekends or Fridays or when you're not there. One bacteria at 8 a.m. will create 4,096 bacteria at 12 noon. Now let's go for then that afternoon at 5 p.m. we have 134,217,728 bacteria just in an 8-hour period, because it's sitting there and it's just multiplying. It's having a party. This bacteria doesn't know right from wrong, of course, and it's loving it because it's just, you think of Pac-Man in there, up and down those little hoses that we have, and the water is traveling through. It's Pac-Man. It's eating and getting larger, sticking onto the sides, the insides of the tubings, because they're so narrow. And it can look like an artery under a microscope, and see how big that area is now. And it'll chunk off at any point in time when you have maybe a patient who has compromised immune system.